Hey guys, how are you? Amber here. It's like July 30th, and I don't know what day I'm on, but I will catch up is what I am committed to saying. So we had friends in town from Australia last week, which is no excuse, and then I was traveling and I really had great intentions to do Facebook Live every night, but when we're traveling and doing it's like the largest event of the year for our company, just didn't happen. Okay, but this is what I do want to talk about. There was a group of us that were training on stage, right? It was a section on teaching people processes in business. And we did this like live skit, and it had really a great message. And when it comes down to intuition, this is an experience I wanted to share with you and what I did. And it's been such a great lesson looking back. Okay, so we did a lot of prep work, right? So it was like Thursday, the training was scheduled for Saturday after lunch, 27,000 people in New Orleans in the Superdome. And Thursday night we rehearsed for about 2.5 hours, right? But we rehearsed and there's two parts, maybe 3 parts. We're like, it was kind of like really mechanical and it wasn't really what we were looking for an outcome. So, we rehearsed again a little bit Friday. We rehearsed a little bit again Saturday. We get clear on our message on Saturday. The 6 that I'm with on stage is myself, and then there's 6 people doing a lot of like acting and role playing, and they're great. And they're like, what about this? I feel like this is better. Let's have this person say this. It was great, okay? So, get on stage, got the clicker, you guys, and it clicks initially, but then the clicker stops working. So you guys, it's like, you just don't know on stage, like, what do you say? What do you not say? I feel like people always try to be perfect when they're on stage. And the idea is exactly, we rehearse. So the idea is obviously to share a message, and we have a desired outcome for the message, right? But a clicker not working, I'm like, okay, the clicker's not working. So I'm like, hey, you guys, I think I said something, or maybe they knew. I'm like, you guys, the clicker's not working. You think I can get a new clicker, right? So here comes Kevin. He's great. He comes out, he gives me a new clicker, right? Gives me the new clicker. Okay, I'm clicking, you guys, clicker's not working. So I'm like, I'm kind of like, we're in the middle of the presentation. I'm like, hey, Kevin, clicker's not working. He's like, okay. So he just comes in, he's like, Amber, until we get it fixed, just say next out loud. I'm like, oh, okay. But it's all you can do, right? It's like, if you're on stage, you're ready to go, and you can't be like, hey, can I just switch with somebody else for the afternoon section? Like, no, you're you're on stage. So I'm like, it's just, can I just say right there, you're like, okay, so now for every time I need to advance a slide, I need to be like, and you guys, so da-da-da-da-da, next, right? And then you're like, I'm such a rhythm trainer. Like, I get in this groove and this rhythm and next, right? So I was like, okay, but whatever, right? I'm like, okay, it's great. So I'm like, you guys just go with me here. I'm just gonna have to say next. Okay, well then, the walk-on song that they have, you guys, is not the walk-on song. So it's this skit about fishing, and we're teaching business, I got it, but I wanted Fishing in the Dark by the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. So right away when I'm walking out on stage, I'm like, oh, flip. Now they're playing a great song, and it's like the song that Jason and I walk on together when we go together. But I'm like, no, this is a skit about fishing, right? And so I wanted the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. So it's like, I just kind of knew, you guys get it? I'm like, okay, you're going to have those, like, you're rehearsed, you're ready, you're excited. It's a different training than anybody is, or that I've ever done before, than what's like slotted for the weekend. I'm like, okay, walk-on song isn't right. Clicker number 1 isn't working. Clicker number 2 isn't working. Next, right? I have to keep saying next. Well, guys, now I've got like the 6 people out there with me, the people that are doing the skit with me, and the PowerPoint presentation, the audience, the 7,000 people can't say. It's like cue cards for us. So there's a screen over here in front of boat number 1 and a screen over here in front of boat number 2, so that the people in the boats could see what they're supposed to do next. Like it'd say, Blair this, and Jen this, and Sean this, and it gave them instructions. It's like their cues. Okay, so now I'm saying next, you guys, and the slides are not advancing, okay? So I'm like, next, okay? And then we'd have a little bit of, hi, Nicole Braden. Nicole was there, right? She knows. And so then we had a little bit of like a little bit of music is going on, and I'm doing this. I'm like, you guys, advance the slide. Okay, you guys, the slides are not advancing. So now I'm a little bit like, you guys get like, intuitively, I'm like, this is not working, it's not working. But I'm kind of like in that brain space, like, what am I gonna do? It's not working. So I'm not in the brain space of what's actually on the next slide, or what am I supposed to do, or what is the desired outcome, right? So it's like when your mental space is taken up from something else, right? Then all of a sudden it doesn't create freedom for what it's actually supposed to create freedom for. So I literally just walk to the front of the stage. I stand in between the two canoes and I say to the audience, I'm like, audience, here's the deal. And I just tell them, I go, clicker number 1, not working, no problem. Bring me clicker number 2, not working, no problem. So you guys keep hearing me say, next, next, next. I go, now the slides aren't advancing. So I look at Blair, I go, Blair, we really don't know what to do we? And she goes, no. And like, some people thought it was part of the act. I'm like, I mean, in hindsight, people are like, oh, I thought it was all part of the act. It was so funny, it was awesome. I'm like, yeah, way not part of the act. Do you guys get it? It's like, we just didn't know what to do, okay? So I don't know what I did. I cannot remember what I did, but I didn't do what we were supposed to do, but I think it turned out okay anyway, and it was fun. So there's 2 messages here. Number 1, you guys, it's like some people, I never want people to say, oh my gosh, Amber, you're so amazing, you're the best trainer ever. I'd so much rather people say, you're so real, okay? Because if people can see themselves in me, I know, look at you guys. Some of you guys were there. I love you. But let me tell you, Tammy, the deal is, it's like I had 15 minutes left on the clock and I was like, shit, I don't know what to do. Do you guys get it? Like, I knew what I wanted the desired outcome to be. Okay, and in general, I was just talking to our friends from Australia about this. I'm like, the minute people like think you're like, they're like, oh my gosh, Amber, you're so awesome, or Jason, you're so awesome. The minute people think that, you guys, they don't think they can actually be you, right? And in our business, they can be us. So I had this moment, like, if you just stand at the front of the stage and you just tell people the truth, right? Then people are like, oh, they're like, oh my gosh, you guys get it. People thought it was part of the act, or like, it was so real, or it ended up so great. And it was only because, you guys, I felt like I had to make this public announcement. Now, Dan, who's sitting in the front row, knows I'm probably not super impressed, right? And I don't know what to do. But I'm like, all right, so the clickers aren't working. No problem. If you know it's Mercury retrograde, you knew Mercury retrograde was like shining down on me that day. It's okay, right? No walk-on song, no clicker number 1, no clicker number 2, no advancing slides. Figure it out, right? So it's one of our focus groups used to be called Make It Happen. Then I'd be like, I don't care. Make it happen, right? And so that's what I felt like we had to do, is like stand at the front of the room and just make it happen. And I don't even know how it ended, you guys. And I think I ended with 7 minutes on the clock because I had nothing else to say, and I just like got off the stage. But so I just want to say, remember what in like 30 seconds ago I said, when your mind is so consumed by this, which was clicker, advance, next, my mind was so consumed by that, it didn't create any space over here for me to get into the presentation. Once I like announced it, you guys, I was like, okay, I announced it, it's off my chest, the whole audience knows, we're gonna figure it out. Then at least I like, it's like you clear it, right? You clear it, and then I could like be present again with the audience and be present again with whatever the message was. And I was just doing a call, I don't know, either last night or today, with this group of people, and they just really are hooked on this one scenario or situation, right? And so I was like, here's the deal. Until you clear this, because it takes up so much mental space and mental capacity. Until you clear this, like you don't have much intuition, or you aren't able oftentimes to feel your way through because you're so stuck in the thinking of this, right? So I was so stuck in the thinking of click, next, clicker, got it? Like I was like, it's like, get it off my checklist. I was so stuck in that, right? Like I had to shift, I had to shift immediately in front of everybody else. I didn't have a choice, but it was such good practice. Or I should say, all of my years of some of the messages I share with you guys was good practice, so that when I got on the stage in front of the 27,000 people and the crap hit the fan, you guys, that's life, right? So I've got like all of these daily practices that led up to that. And I think when I was talking to this group yesterday, I was like, so I said, you get it, like this won't go away, right? And this doesn't just like automatically dissolve. It'll just compound and get worse and worse and worse and worse until you like clear it, right? So then like once it's clear, then you open up all of this space over here for like feeling and freedom and flow and thought. So it doesn't matter where you guys are, right? It happens, right? And so when you guys, it's just like identify it or verbally say it, or at least if you can't verbally say it, right? Like in your mind, like this group yesterday, I was like, okay, just announce it. Just make a commitment. Let's put a date on it. When would you like to have it cleared by? And then let's put a plan in place to have it cleared by. Otherwise, sometimes we get so consumed, you guys know this, right, into the thinking mind that our sympathetic nervous system is such on overdrive that it just doesn't allow like freedom, flow, parasympathetic, peaceful, intuitive processing. So I'll be back. I feel like I'm back in like high school volleyball doing 2-a-days until I catch up. I'm committed to do 100 in 100 days.